like, I've been walking in darkness this whole time leading up to this day, basically. And then you get your candle lit and you're like, here we go. This is it. My hair standing up. Like, I have goosebumps now.
Welcome back to The Outdoor Catholic. Just recently, my friend Jenny was welcomed into the Catholic Church after a year of preparation in our OCIA program. After leading a life of darkness and walking into the light at the Easter Vigil, I asked her if she ever felt like giving up or walking away from OCIA, the Order of Christian Initiation for Adults. And here's what she had to say.
I didn't ever feel like giving up, which was a foreign concept to me because I definitely felt it other times. When we started out, Derek was like, we can take this whole class. You can take it for a year and you can walk away. And I think me being scared, that was my parachute. I'm like, all right. It was like this defense that I had. Like, I can go into this and I can just walk away and not have to do anything. I can just learn and move on. But that first class, that was out the window. It was a non-negotiable thing. It was like, oh, that's not ever gonna happen now. But going into it, that's the way I felt. Then as the journey went on, we continued classes and it got closer to baptism. Then we started the scrutinies, which were amazing. At first, the word scrutiny kind of, again, was another roadblock. It scared me a little bit. But Elizabeth reminded us, like, they're not scrutinizing you. It's more like you doing the inner work to prepare for baptism. And it was beautiful, the readings. And I feel like each week, the readings lined up with whatever was going on outside of OCIA with our life. And I just felt this whole journey, Derek and I have felt more community and support than we've ever felt anywhere else, not just in any church life, but even in work life. Like, we just had this support that was unreal. I mean, I think we've both been brought to tears by just the sheer support, even of like random strangers, not just the OCI class, but just people in the church.
Describe how you felt before and during the Easter Vigil.
Before Easter Vigil, I was excited but nervous. The kids in our baptism, like the rehearsal, kids are all like pumped, excited, and I'm like, I want just a piece of that because I'm excited, but I think my nervousness is outweighing, and I don't want that to overshadow the excitement. But the kids, they don't care that they're getting up in front of hundreds of people, and I'm like, I shouldn't care. It's not about that. It's not even remotely about being in front of people. So had to let that part go. And once I kind of let that go, it was just the excitement of it all, especially because my mom could be there, and her growing up Catholic and then seeing me come into the faith with Derek and the kids was just so beautiful for her. So I was just really glad to have that. But my favorite part about the vigil was the very beginning where you start out outside. And it was horrible. The weather was terrible. It was raining. It was sideways raining because Father Dell had his book out and he's trying to say his words that he was trying to say, and pages are flapping back and forth and the fire's fighting for its life, and we're all crowded under a tent, but everyone is still outside as if it doesn't matter. There's people without umbrellas that are standing outside and they light the candle and we go into the church and it is pitch black, and I did not know that was going to happen, which I'm kind of glad I wasn't even told because it was more beautiful. And then the singing came out and you're just in the dark and they're singing, and then they light the first candle and it was so beautiful. I have my hair standing up. Like, I have goosebumps now. And that was the same reaction. It was just like, it was such a powerful thing. And I think that's part of Catholicism, that where I thought there were rules, it was more these beautiful things that connect with your visceral, like I'm such a visual person. Visceral, like the smells, the sights, the sounds. So the singing, the darkness and the light, it was just brought out something that was so powerful. And obviously the baptism was powerful, but something about that moment, because I could relate, like, I've been walking in darkness this whole time leading up to this day, basically. And then you get your candle lit and you're like, here we go. This is it.
Did you ever feel the presence of the Holy Spirit?
I think the first time was when we realized that we didn't know that we could take the blessing for a while. We thought we had, since we couldn't take the Eucharist, we had to stay seated. But then we were like, no, we were told, no, go up, you can go up. So I distinctly remember filing out, and we're standing we're standing in line with the altar, and I'm just getting this powerful feeling of like, this must be what heaven feels like when there's just this sense of like community with everybody in line going up to take the Eucharist. Mind you, we're not taking the Eucharist, but to be a part of it at all, it was just so beautiful. And you're walking up to the altar, so it just feels, this awe.
Do you have a favorite Bible verse or story that you would like to share?
I don't, but I have a favorite story, and that is the widow who gives a penny to the church when she comes up, and that's literally all she has. I remember hearing that for the first time and crying, and I don't remember what stage of life, I don't even remember why I cried necessarily, but it spoke to me that she gave so much less than the rich man, but it was literally all she had. So the fact that she was able, I think because I heard that story about 3 years before we came to the Catholic Church. So we didn't have a church family yet. We're like, we want to. We were in this ambiguous state, and I'm thinking, I want to be like her. I want to give it all. And that story stuck with me, like, sacrifice everything, give everything. I want to feel like that without feeling like dragging my feet or like, I don't know if I really want to do this, or lukewarm. I didn't want to feel that. I wanted to be like her.
If you liked that video, make sure to check out the Scott Campbell Outdoor Catholic YouTube channel, where we have more videos just like this. And if you want to see our newest videos, make sure to click subscribe so you'll get notifications.